Fresh off the boat, eh? High Isle is a good place for an adventurer to earn some gold, provided you have the right connections. Lady Arabelle DeVoe. Maybe you've heard of her. She's a famous investigator and author, diplomat too, which is why she's here. She runs in circles way above my station. A fair bit of gold, most likely. Lady Arabelle works for one of the richest nobles in all Tamriel, Lord Bacaro Valoris. He's sponsoring an important conference here on the island. But there's a problem. Lady Arabelle will appreciate an outsider's perspective. She's at the Gonfalon Bay docks with Lord Bacaro, if you want to introduce yourself. The problem I mentioned, it involves some missing ships. Long story. It involves multiple maidens, a few princes, and one charming rogue who stole all their hearts. Then the authorities got involved.
some sort of quality that's rare. Look, empty rooms are just Oh, excellent. Hope the room is to your liking.
For across the aisles and for a while we've
Can't ask much more.
No, go.
Through epic poems, their deeds are known in lands both near and far. Oh, the orders of the sisters, they lie so close at hand. Take account and raise a glass to our merry bands. The albatross that sails the waves while Iron sallies forth. The old
Hello there, I am Rigard, sometimes called the Brash. And that is what King Yoren told me. He said, Rigard, go to High Isle and be Ebonheart Pact Cultural Ambassador. And be large. Yes, I went out with delegates Tanilin and Olganash last night. We ate and drank like kings. I have been thinking very hard, and it hurt. They are delegates too. Tanilin is very important elf from Aldmeri Dominion, and Olganash is noble. Must think again. No. We parted ways with great enthusiasm in Strait, just outside Ancient Anchor. Rigard leads glorious expedition of Nord cultural exchange. Yes. One day, Rigard was drinking in the Skald King's Hall and loudly explaining all the good things people don't.
Greetings.
I'm sorry about that little scene. Oh, you're with this Nord? I'm not all that worried about what he left here. I'm worried about, like I said, they ate and drank all night in a private room. When I noticed it was too quiet,
You found the scepter. That is good. And let me see. Tanilin didn't seem to be having fun, so I bought her a special drink. Oh yes, I am good diplomat. So I thought she would like something to remind her of home. After that, we might have been arguing about where to get the best cake in Hrothgar. That made us want cake. I think Tanilin is staying at Steadfast Manor, a little way outside.
Can you help me? There's been a terrible mistake. I'm with the Daggerfall Covenant diplomatic mission. Rigard, he got me into this mess. Last night after dinner, we were talking about our favorite places in Hrothgar. I left. On my way home, this guard stopped me. I told him what I thought about that, so he frisked me. It turns out that
You'd better talk to the guard.
I'm sure Alganash spun you a sad tale. Criminals will say just about anything to avoid going to prison. If I had a gold coin for every criminal who tells me he's got friends in high places, I'd be a wealthy man. Word of warning, Mainland. I'll free Alganash if we catch the criminal who refined the moon sugar. There's a smuggler named Burjak. Follow Burjak Catalan and find where he keeps his contraband. I'll need you to bring me proof he's got skooma. We've tried to arrest him before, only to come up empty-handed.
You are very clever, friend. See, this is all working out. Trail Burjak Catalan back to his den. We might have been arguing about where to get the best cake. I don't know. But it must have been very special. He told me.
What a night. Time for a little nightcap. And then, what are you up to? Be about your business and leave me alone.
My dockhands are watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
There was a storm off the coast.
Perhaps it delayed the ships.
Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Bacaro. You there, might we speak?
bumpkin gave me 3 times what I asked for the scuba. Paid for the best night I've had in years.
What do you want?
Ah, you are back.
Did you find Burjack Catalan? More. I knew it! Thank you, Mainlander. We've been trying for months to catch Burjack Catalan with incriminating evidence. I'm true to my word. I'm after the smuggler who's bringing skooma into my town. Not some drunken fool who ends up with...
Excellent. Ulgonash has paid his debt to society. Another diplomatic triumph.
That's better. I can't thank you enough. Without your help, I'd still be under arrest. No one paid the innkeeper. I don't understand. We ate and drank quite a lot last night, but Rigard said he'd... Gladly. I'll head back to my rooms and clean myself up. As soon as I can feel my fingers again, I'll meet you back at the inn with a coin for my share.
Excellent. Good thing we came along when we did. I can't imagine how he got himself into this situation.
Well, I shouldn't just walk. Oh, good. A kind face. I have tried time and again to ask politely for my friend's safe return, but they rudely mock me in response. Oh, my privet is without a doubt the most beautiful sheep on the island. Just ask anyone and they'll agree. A swell of Hadalids reside. Even if my privet was just your typical sheep, which she is not, that would not excuse the Hadalids' rude behavior. I knew you looked friendly. There goes a true friend to animals, I said. Now, with you to accompany me into the cave, our negotiations can begin. I am so much more than a simple farmer. They only think of animals as a source of income, or even food. Absolutely. In many ways, I take care of every creature on High Isle. Those that cannot speak for themselves. I woke one morning and instantly knew someone needed my care. I leapt from bed and ran to my door. And just out front, I regret that I didn't introduce myself when they arrived. Such a simple gesture from me could have prevented this crime. Like rotten meat floating in dirty seawater. They usually live far below the water, so I shouldn't judge. Maybe... Sadly, no. That's the sort of thing I'd learn in a friendly conversation. I've heard rumors about Hadalid attacks on other islands around here. In the past... Of course you do. I could go on for an eternity about her. I already mentioned her beauty, but she's also so considerate. It was my old worn gardening shirt. I like to give used cloth to the seamstress in town. She makes patches, but she's old and it hurts her to cut cloth. skeleton. Not Privet's, thankfully. I hope this poor soul didn't die alone. Oh no, Privet! Wait, these aren't sheep bones. Maybe a horse? Oh, poor thing. gave this to her as a present. Finding Privet's sash worries me. She'd never take that off. What a horrible notion. You don't think they'd plan... We know Privet came through here because we found her sash. From the archipelago to the mainland, everything is war and fighting. But it doesn't have to be that way. Of course you do. It was my old... Look, a trail of bones. Oh, still not Privet's. A good sign. Look at that natural bridge ahead. I bet the view is delightful. I hear her breathing. We must be close. Oh no, Privet! How could they put my beautiful friend in a cage? Sweet Privet, reunited at last! A cave exit is nearby. Come, Privet. Let's get out of here. Oh, my dear Privet. I don't know how I could live without you. I must say, and I don't usually speak ill of anyone except goats, but those Hadalids were awful. No, thankfully. Her wool is... High Isle feels so peaceful most of the time. That's why I like it here. A respite from all the chaos of the mainland. First thing, Privet needs a bath. She seems a little sad at the moment. You were quite stern with them. Maybe the Hadalids they fell for her charms, obviously. Who wouldn't want my sweet...
You there. Can we speak for a moment?
Greetings.
Can you imagine a more...
Oh, She must have taken ill after dinner last night. Is that a note by the bed? Look for a mammoth ear plant in the woods near the manor. We need to wake... I suppose I could use another break. Crush the leaf and give her the juice. If she wakes up, we can tell. It worked! She's awake! I was a little worried that she might be dead.
Surely death would be more preferable to this. Still, I thank you for waking me. I was having the most horrific dreams. Who are you again? In the spirit of cultural bridge building, I joined Olga Nash and Rigert for dinner. A routine exchange, but Rigert ordered food and drinks all night. Oh, I'm afraid I have no idea if I paid or not. I don't even remember leaving the inn. It's entirely possible that I forgot to contribute toward the bill in my condition. What in the world did I have to drink? Oh my goodness, that's disgusting. No wonder I got sick. I promise I'll return to the inn and settle up soon. Now, if you'll excuse me, all of a sudden, I'm not feeling so good.
A diplomatic success. Now, let us return to the inn and settle this bill. We should go back to the inn.
You there! Can we speak for a moment?
You seem healthy, or at least healthier than most of the manor's patients. Maybe you could help. Steadfast Manor, the ancestral home of Lord Baccaro Valoris. Once war broke out, he turned it into a place of... The Menders are busy tending to the afflicted. That's where you come in. If you find the... I'd suggest you talk to some patients who are feeling its effects. Try Arabil Vools by the fountain. Or Malagi. He likes to watch the sea. Oh, and speak with Mender Talil, too. I can give a first-hand report. The first symptom is the nightmares. I'm familiar with dreams of war, but these were somehow... Other patients have fevers and fits of shaking. Some become confused, believing themselves back on the battlefield. Fortunately, no. I'm lucky. Though I dread the day when it comes. Like the others, I fought for my king. Until I caught a spear in the gut. I laid in the mud for hours before an orc shaman found me. She dragged me back to camp. A representative of the society came to my bedside. Told me about a noble plan to foster peace in Tamriel. She described how I'd recover alongside my enemies. Oh, I dream of peace, friend. I've seen too many friends killed, and too much blood spilled to wish otherwise. But I also know that the powerful crave more power. The manor belongs to Lord Baccaro Valoris. He formed... I guess I'm the guard. Usually the patients mind their manners, or they're in too much pain to cause trouble. But we're all soldiers. I fought for the Daggerfall Covenant. Even before the war, I marched under its banner.
I was told they weren't taking new patients, not until they figured out what's going on. Affliction? A good word for it. I can feel it wearing away at my mind. Master Healer Verlaine only manages the symptoms. He sedates us or just offers comforting words, but he won't seek out the root cause. I thought I was never going to walk again. A wood elf snapped the bones in both my legs. I was carried to the healers, but they had to save their magic for the mortally wounded. So I got wooden braces and some bark to chew on that dulled the pain. My bow somewhat. Master Healer Verlaine was frank about how I'd suffer more before I healed. They had to I was a true believer from the moment I heard of it. I felt no hatred for Now, my mind is slipping. Something is spreading among the patients. It makes us lose. We're not close, but I respect her intellect. With her knowledge of alchemy, she could do...
Such a calming vista, yes. The sound of waves lapping at the shore always used to bring Milagi. This one believes so. Milagi was beginning to feel strong. He planned to return to his family in Riemann. Mender Roslin is a master of alchemical remedies. She mixed a powder into Milagi's tea.
I thought Master Healer Verlaine was clear to Armin. No outsider should come on these grounds. Certainly not inside the manor. Interesting. Well, he's a good man. If he thinks you can help, then you can. I'm afraid not, and that worries me. You see, Roslyn isn't one to abandon her duties, and some patients have vanished as well. Just gone from their beds when we check on them.
But we might find something in there we can use.
You've made your thoughts clear. No one enters the dispensary.
You go on ahead to the inn. I'll meet you there.
Maybe you heard. My talk with Master Healer Verlaine was unproductive. Everyone respects Mender Roslin. She's got a rare combination of kindness. Strange that this affliction shows up at the same time people start disappearing. Then we need to get into the dispensary. That's where Rosalind worked. Try flattery if you're good with words. If you can impress him with some alchemy, he might trust you. Or maybe mention you're searching for... Nothing untoward, I don't think. But they've worked together a long time. Rosalind told me once that Verlaine... Well, I've never seen a lazier mender. I bet you can find him asleep on the docks. Now, I'd never suggest you steal the key from his pack, but... Yeah, and I have no idea why. I guess you could pick the lock, but you didn't hear me suggest that. Sorry, Mender. It's closed for cleaning. Don't worry, I'll let you know when it's open again. Shouldn't be long. Hey, you almost done in there? I can't keep this up forever. Ah, there you are. Find anything? I can't believe that mender fell for the old closed for cleaning line. Can I see it? This is Rosalind's, all right. An illness related to vampirism? I might not have any more book learning than you need to swing a sword, but I think I would have noticed a vampire hanging around. What's going on? I can see that. And look, here's something about harpy feathers. If Rosalind went looking for harpy nests, maybe we should beware of the harpies. They can be vicious. I'd go with you.
You're not Verlaine. My name is Seraphin. I am what you... Roslyn? She tried to free me, but Verlaine returned and overpowered her. This is his laboratory. He experiments on me, hoping he can use my blood to heal the wounded. It's my blood, my strain of this curse, induces deep dreaming. When I bite someone, they later fall into a deep sleep. She sleeps in the next chamber, but soon she'll awake with my curse. There's a vial of my blood in the laboratory across the hall. Thank you. I need a moment to recover my strength. Verlaine's notes are in the laboratory.
Oh, my head. Who are you? Who are you, stranger? And where am Verlaine? Surely you're joking. Why would... Wait, it's coming back to me. I was looking for harpy feathers. That's horrible. No wonder I noticed traces of vampirism. Yes, vampire blood can speed recovery, but it's very risky. I know Verlaine thought our methods were slow, but still... We must confront him. Oh, thank you. My mind is a little foggy yet. We should head back immediately.
I'm so glad it worked. Is she going to be all right? At least I finally did something good with this curse of mine. I hope she takes down that monster Verlaine and makes him pay for all this. Oh, I'm so angry I could rip his... Of course I'll help. Anything to bring that monster down. Even if it means a lot. All right, I'll make my way there. Sometimes Verlaine's... Roslyn, right? I am so sorry about this. If I hadn't been so weak, I would have...
Everything's going to be fine. Come to the manor. Perhaps I can help you.
Help me? I'm cursed. There's nothing to be done.
There are things we can try. Let's talk on the way.
I had to do it, Rosalind. It was the only way to guarantee their recovery.
You were poisoning them, Alexis. Look around you.
Oh, I suppose you're here to fling more baseless accusations at me, too. Who are you? Such smugness. You may get rid of me, but doing so will spell doom for dozens of those poor... The regrettable means to a greater end. The vampire will live forever, but those people outside won't. If one suffers so that many more can go on to lead full lives, what of it? In time, I would have perfected it. In time, it would have been safe. Sometimes we have to make hard choices. How can you not understand that?
Unbelievable. So let me make sure I've got this right. Vera Lane's been dosing our patients with vampire blood as some sort of medical nightmares, abductions, mad experiments. Vera Lane has much to answer for. Thank you, adventurer. Thanks to you, I think these soldiers may actually see their families again. And maybe they'll take the lessons of this manor and do their part in bringing the war to an end one day. My work here is just beginning. My body's been healed for some time now, I guess. Alexis Vera Lane, I swear by the Society of the Steadfast, you will answer for your crimes.
The Steadfast. I thought you were willing to do what it took to end this war. Clearly, I was wrong.
Thank you for what you've done here. Master Vera Lane has much to answer for, and now it seems like he'll do exactly that. I pray that Rosalind can help me find a cure for my disease. I'm willing to stay as long as it takes and endure any treatment. Surely...
You have my gratitude, hero. I doubt Seraphine or I would have survived if you hadn't come along when you did. I must administer more of your antidote to everyone suffering from Vera Lane's so-called treatments. And once his evil work is undone, well...
Woo! Yes! Ha 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 ha!
Oh, bother. You there? I hate to impose, but I'm in something of a pickle and could use some yes, of course. Milady always says I misplaced my head if it wasn't attached. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the curse. Well, usually I'm the one who stumbles into trouble, but this time Milady found the old chest. It was so Oh, thank you. You've lifted a great weight off my shoulders. Well, I'm far from an expert in such matters, but it started as soon as Milady opened that old chest. Lady Laurent immediately changed, because as soon as she opened the old chest, her posture changed. She started to swear like a sailor. Claimed she was... Mostly because the sea captain rambled about the curse of the islet and the curse that binds his spirit, etc., etc. Technically, it's an islet. All Flags Islet, to be precise. It has some historical significance, but that's more Milady's area of expertise than mine. I believe it used to be some sort of monument or museum. Just that. I noticed a lot of historical plaques scattered about. They talk about the All Flags Navy, which I think was rather famous in its day. I couldn't say. I'm just a meager, put-upon manservant, after all. I may have heard a mention or two about influential visitors and an important discussion, but I didn't really pay much mind. Lady Laurent keeps me very busy, you understand. Lady Laurent was hired to preserve any items and structures of historical import and make the islet safe for the upcoming meeting. They knew they had a problem with undead, but they never mentioned anything about an ancient curse. You've never heard of the famous historian and treasure hunter, Lady Clarice Laurent? Some of the most important discoveries of the age can be directly attributed to Milady. As for me, I'm just her humble manservant. Now, about that sea captain. Not very much, I'm afraid. He's boisterous, confident, and rather bawdy, if I'm being honest. I detest him, and I can't abide such a depraved individual taking up residence in my mistress. It's unseemly. Come along, and you'll see for yourself.
You opened my old hope chest? Oh, that's not good.
Lady Clarice Laurent. I'm Lady... No, I am someone else.
Captain? Is that you in there, my love?
Ah, first a curse.
Darling Jan, seeing you makes my loins stir and my... Ow! Ugh, get out of my head! Is that... Oh, what a ridiculous question. Wait, who are you? Did my hapless manservant actually manage to find someone willing to help? Oh, good. I seem to have unleashed some sort of curse. It's the sea captain. Stibbins and I were exploring when I spotted this hope chest partially. I remember my ship, a proud vessel, and my valiant crew. There was a storm, I think, but I can't remember my name. Interesting. My body didn't have quite this many tempting curves the last time I checked. Why, I'm Captain... Kinnereth's R sits right on the tip of my tongue. Well, never mind that. Come, Jan. We must hither to the big tree. I promised to meet you there, and now that I have a body, nothing can stop me.
Oh dear! Follow Lady Laurent. She's in no condition to wander off on her own.
Begone, brother. I plan to dock with my lady love, and this boat has no need of a third oar.
Brother? Third oar? Milady, you're confused.
Ah, there you are, my turtle dove. Come to me, my darling. I've missed you so.
The ghost woman. She's inside you, friend. The captain thinks you're her. Talk to Milady and play along. See what you can learn.
Ah, fair Jan. How I've longed to hold you close again. You were never far from my thoughts, even while I sailed across the stormy seas. And here I am, just as I promised, back from the war. You tease me, my little vixen. You know I am a captain in the magnificent All Flags Navy, perhaps the best in the entire fleet. Ah, but I do enjoy our little amusements. What game are we playing this time, pray tell?
Alas, that is the nature of war, my dearest. Those Sloane are terrible creatures. But know this! Every time I set sail, I do it for you. I cannot abide another day with my love in dire peril from the threat of Thras's monsters. Now I know you jest, my sweet. To my crew, I am captain. But to you, I am... Ow! 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 Oh! Ah! Get out! Ugh. Yes, it's me. At least for the moment. Take my useless manservant and go to the lighthouse. The plaques there tell the story of the All Flags Navy. Maybe they contain a clue as to how to break this damn curse. Off with you. Take Stibbons and investigate the lighthouse. I'll be along in a moment. I need to compose myself. It's clear that this randy sea captain has strong feelings for the ghost that's inside you. Maybe we can use that. Let me ponder. No idea. But I could see her inside you while the captain was at the helm, as it were. She was giving me... him... the puppy dog eyes. Very disconcerting. Anyway, to the lighthouse. It's clear this is somehow tied to the All Flags Navy. Oh, you do realize it's taking everything I have to keep that foul-mouthed, lascivious sea captain at bay? Go read the plaques and learn the history for yourself. Or maybe you can get that ghost inside you to help. I'll be along shortly.
Oh, yes, the lighthouse. It's full of historical information. What a good idea, milady. Examine the historical plaques and see what you make of them.
Ah! The old lighthouse. I remember it well. Ah, yes. Thracian plague. Terrible. Simply terrible. I was lucky. So many others, not so much. I remember the Baron Admiral of Point Falkland. Excellent leader. I would have followed him anywhere. And I suppose I did. Ah, what a sight! When the first ships of the All Flags Navy sailed into the upgraded harbor, I was aboard one of those vessels, and it was here that I met my lady love.
So many lost. But even as my ship sank beneath the waves, I knew that victory was in our grasp. Tobin Moorcroft. I know that name. My brother! Yes! Yes, the Master Builder was my brother!
Tobin Moorcroft. Oh, this is all that wretched scoundrel's fault.
Oh, the ghost woman! Oh, at least she's no longer inside you, my friend. See what she wants. I'm much too frightened to approach any such apparition.
I read these plaques all the time, but I never remember a word. Just that history has forgotten my love. And even I can only remember... I remember that he was a cad and a coward. A sorry excuse for a man. He was my beloved's brother, and I remember only glimpses, like a shadow moving across a wall. He was a sea captain, tall, the All Flags. Yes, I think that's right. That's what it says on these old plaques. Oh, I wish I... Tobin. Yes, I refused that snake's advances. I was grieving in shock and in pain, and he demanded I betray my love for another man.
The inn? The building at the center of the islet? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to go look.
It seems the only way to rid myself of this insistent and amorous... this place. Jan and I shared many pleasant encounters beneath this roof before I set sail with the fleet.
Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not.
Lady Jan seems to think one of us is someone untoward. Talk to her, my friend.
Is that my scrumptious little turtle dove I see? Yes, I'm Lady Laurent. And enough with the sweet nothings. You, talk to Jan and see if you can determine how...
No, Tobin. You cannot offer me a drink. And I have absolutely no intention of dancing with you. I'm here with my captain, and I have no patience for the advances of his foolish...
Jan is mine, little brother. Go play with your hammer and chisels. My sweet deserves a night to remember before I set sail from Port Sargo.
A night to remember? But anyway, Port Sargo. That's the old dock on the eastern shore of this very islet. The ruins of Port Sargo. Somewhat disconcerting, as long-deserted places tend to be. But there's a plaque. See what it says. The pristine halberd. The captain's name has been scratched off the plaques on the pedestal and on the wall.
Here to see me off, little brother? How touching. Baron Admiral Bendu, my vessel is ready to sail as soon as you give the word.
Baron Admiral Bendu Olo was in charge of the All-Flags Navy. Pretend to be the Admiral, and perhaps the captain will reveal his name.
Baron Admiral, after years of preparation, we're finally ready to show those slug bastards what for. Why, just the finest warship ever to set sail from High Rock. Surely. Why, yes, of course. The pristine halberd. The pride of the Breton fleet. We've helped protect this rock during the long years of buildup. Now we're ready to be the instrument of vengeance. Just as... The captain? Why, I am the My name? Why, I'm Renwick Moorcroft, captain of the pristine halberd and Out! No, I'm Lady Laurent. He's Captain Renwick. But why haven't you broken this curse yet? I'm not sure how much...
Captain Renwick Moorcroft, my beloved's true name. You must add my beloved's name to the main garden monument before we forget it again.
That's not going to happen. Only the hammer and chisels of Tobin Moorcroft, can carve those tablets. I hid them where they will never be found. My big brother, so proud, so Stibbons. What a ridiculous name. I'm Tobin Moorcroft. Everything on Monument Islet. Well, I had help. Apprentice, the finest hammer and chisel in the world. I paid a small fortune for the... Out, you vile creature! Never fear, I'm myself again.
That's what I saw in Tobin's mind. Dig there.
No, not my tools. Dig somewhere else.
You have the tools? Quickly, carve my beloved's name into the plaque at the Memorial Garden. Once his name is added to the central monument, we will never forget him again.
A dedication ceremony? For me? How exciting!
Captain Renwick Moorcroft of the pristine halberd. Place my beloved's name where it belongs.
Oh, you do it, friend. My hands are shaking. I'm so nervous.
My turtle dove. You saved my memory. Now we can be together for all eternity.
I did have a little help, Renwick, my love. Now come, my darling. We have a lot of catching up to do.
My big brother, the famous sea captain, wins again. How typical.
Stibbins! Why do I think this was somehow your fault? Oh, never mind. You, come talk to me. Did that really happen? Did I have the spirit of some ancient all-flags navy? How do I feel? Like some virile man was stomping around inside my body with his oversized boots and manly urges. It was unsettling. And, if I'm being totally honest, somewhat arousing. Oh, never mind that. My manservant wants a word with you. But please hurry. I have a task for Stibbins that needs to be dealt with post-haste.
Oh, thank you, my friend. I never would have been able to save Lady Laurent without your help. Oh, yes. Of course, the effects may linger for a time, but the worst of it is over. And we righted a wrong of history. An urgent task? Oh, well, nothing ever changes. But I live to serve. Here, my annual stipend, just as I promised. Thanks again for saving Lady Laurent, ending the curse, and restoring a piece of the archipelago's history. Now I must see to me lady.
Yes!
Yes, we're ever so grateful. Now, if you could leave... Stibbins, come here, my manservant. All this foolishness about forgotten love has given me an itch. I'm in need of a good scratch.
Milady, I could never... well, if you insist.
I can't believe you drank our entire stock.
Me? Where's your proof? Just because I woke up in a pile of bottles doesn't mean I'm guilty. Those could have been gotten there in any number of ways.
Hello there. Say, you look like the type who could go traipsing around dangerous areas in search of rare ingredients. Could I interest you in a job? There's coin in it for you, and the knowledge. My partner and I are purveyors and creators of fine drinks. Hilgrim does more drinking than creating, however, which got us into our current trouble. We were on the cusp of making a groundbreaking new spirit, then Hilgrim drank our entire supply. We need 3 ingredients to make another batch, and Hilgrim's in no state to get them himself. Here, these spots should have the ingredients I mentioned. If you can gather them and bring them back, I can whip up a drink that's sure to make all the mainlanders empty out their pockets. Hilgrim and I are always experimenting with different flavors and ingredients. Not all of them are successful, of course, but this combination... We've only just met, lovely stranger. I can't go giving you all our secrets just yet. Hilgrim and I have a special... The flesh fly wings add a bit of bitterness and body to the drink. The sister's passion flower gives it a lovely floral aftertaste and a lovely color. Well, you wouldn't know it by looking at him right now, but he's actually a very charming, intelligent, and passionate man. We fell in love over a bottle of Alto wine years ago, and discovered we both had a gift. He makes me want to tear my hair out most days. But yes, we are. As much as he vexes me, he makes me laugh too. And he has incredible ideas. It was his notion to use the flesh flies to add a hint of bitterness to the drink. Just brilliant. Yes, this place brings in rich nobles by the bucketful. Or at least it used to before those delegates came around. But there are still enough gadabouts to take advantage of. People who will pay almost anything for a taste of something different.
The last batch of our newest drink was groundbreaking. Guaranteed to be a hit. We're not totally sure who drank the entire stock, but it's been suggested. I honestly don't remember much about last night. Gunnalda and I always taste test our new creations, but I must have gotten a little carried away. Clearly. What? No! You think Gunnalda would put up with me if I made a habit out of drinking our livelihoods away? She's a patient woman, but not that patient. No, I think our newest concoction was just particularly tempting. Or potent. Or both. Yes, in both drink making and in life. Isn't she lovely? The way the light reflects off her hair, her perfect frown, the way she narrowing her eyes at me now. I don't know what she sees in me, but I'm grateful. And perhaps a little drunk. Oh, it's a wonderful story. A mutual enthusiasm for libations. Two brilliant minds, two fates intertwined. A love so passionate it threatens to engulf all of Tamriel as we bring drinks to the thirsty and curious. It's... wait, what are we talking about?
Good luck! Oh, you're my hero.
Although Breton...
Watch yourself, stranger. There's some errant magic out here.
I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you look like someone who's good at cleaning. I was experimenting with a spell while my mentor, Magister Iren, was away, but the magic went awry. If it doesn't get dealt with, it's going to spread beyond this area and harm. I need to develop a counterspell, but first the protective wards around the area need to be restored by someone. Hold still. You'll need this unless you want to spend the next few hours as a sheep. Not as glamorous as it sounds. And here, take these crystals. Mostly they serve to keep errant magic inside Tordriak's boundaries. You know, the standard 3 points of protection thing. Unfortunately, my spell kicked those wards in the teeth. They're not protecting anything now. The spell I created has my magical mark on it, if that makes sense. There are certain types of magic that can be affected by their... Exactly. Magic is powerful and great and all that, but it can be pretty sensitive. Fussy. The name's Ember. Well, technically it's a nickname, but it's all I use. I'm Magister Iren's apprentice. I think he regrets taking me on sometimes, but he's got a big heart. He saw that I had no formal training and told me to come here to learn. This is Tordriak. There's a big wizard's tower, you can't miss it. I've been living there with Magister Iren, plus a few people who keep up the grounds and the tower itself. All of whom have been affected by my spell, I'd guess. All you have to do is place those crystals I gave you on the 3 protective wards. Mostly trying to keep anything with ill intent away from you. My errands... Here we are. That's 1 ward restored. Let's go fix the next one. It's in the glade just west of here. I really should have paid more attention to Magister Iren when he was explaining how these protective wards work. I should have paid... Unfortunately, no. The wards are just to keep the unstable magic inside the... Magister Iren made sure I knew what they were and what purpose they served as soon as he took me on as an apprentice. He wanted... Here we are. Oh, you're a natural. Maybe you should have been Magister Iren's apprentice. The last ward is south of here, inside a cave. this is the last one. Let's get this over. That's all the wards. Let's talk outside. I need to figure out what to do next. I know my rogue spell is to blame for most of the weirdness happening around Tordreok, but it almost seems like these damned moats are becoming dangerous. They're doing more than just mischievous magic. Ugh, fish biscuits. I need to figure this out. I'm not sure. The moats aren't new. They're always hanging around Tordreok. Yes, I can make traps to contain them, but I'm still worried about their behavior. While I work on the traps, could you see if you can find anything in the tower about the moats? I'll meet you there and start on the traps.
This is ridiculous. I knew Magister Erin should never have taken in a mangy cat like you.
Relax, Huldressa. I'm working on it.
You better work fast, because when Magister Erin...
All right. That was a little funny. You in here? Did you find anything? I finished the traps. Once we set them up, they should take care of them. Oh, I read that one with the Wind Sorrow lady, right? Oh, what if my spell disturbed her and that's why the moats are acting up? The traps are finished, but the livestock and Huldressa are still a problem. I want to figure out a way to return them all to their natural. Here, I'll mark some places to set the traps. They're in a pack by the work tables outside. While you do that, I'll figure out how to fix the livestock and Huldressa. Then I can work on my counterspell. Meet me by the... Good luck setting up the traps. I'll meet you by the livestock pens when you're finished. All right, let's get you two back to your regular chicken selves. Ha! I it would work. Run along, ladies. You're back! The traps worked, didn't they? See? I told you I know what I'm doing. Mostly. Speaking of which, I made something. I know it looks like a spoon, but, well, technically it is a spoon, but I enchanted it. And I call it the Spoon of Undo. I just tested it on those chickens. It removes the illusions perfectly. Normally I wouldn't bother, but illusions can be disorienting and cause terrible headaches. I don't want any of the animals suffering while I come up with my counterspell. Oh, and Huldressa. I suppose I don't really want her suffering either. Here, take the Spoon of Undo. If you could run around and fix the livestock and Huldressa, that will give me a chance to finally whip up this counterspell. By the time you're finished, I'm sure I'll have something figured out. Just look around for people making animal noises. I'm sure they won't be hard to find. And tell them I'm sorry when you change them back, would you? As for Huldressa, I'm all in favor of leaving her as a guar. Just kidding. Kind of. It sounds cute when you say it. It's a pretty simple reversing enchantment. It should counteract the magic from the motes and dispel the illusion. Basic stuff, not even I can mess up. Well, they're still animals. They might run around a bit, but I doubt they'll make it too difficult for you. They're not exactly geniuses. Personally, if I was a sheep and got turned into a human, I think I'd go off on an adventure. I wasn't trying to turn animals into people, I swear. I had a theory about animating the inanimate. One of Magister Irin's texts gave me the idea. That's probably why he locks so many of his books away, now that I think about it. Well, I'm hoping to avoid that scenario. But if it does happen, I'm not sure. He's an odd one. I'm too old for him to punish, and he's not really the type to dole out discipline anyway. I think he'd be disappointed, which is so much worse. I'll be in the tower working on the counterspell. Come find me when you're done.
Was I just a guar? This is all Emma's fault. Oh, I feel strange. It was quite unpleasant. Thank you for saving me. I know I'm nothing to gawk at, but I prefer to look like this instead of a guar. All right. She made me look like a guar. What do you think? I told Magister Aaron that Ember was trouble the moment she showed up. Trouble, I said. But did he listen? There wouldn't be anything to work out if that careless Khajiit would listen more and mind her elders. She's brash and often quite rude. Why am I standing here talking to you? I'm going back to my kitchen, and I may just have a glass of brandy.
Fish biscuits. That wasn't right. I assume he'll dress us back to her charming self. I've run into a problem. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that I've nearly finished my counterspell, but I need to find a tome called The Mirrored Way to complete it. I know Magister Aaron has it, but it's not with the rest of his books. That's the bad news. Because if the Mirrored Way isn't with the rest of his things, it's probably locked away in his arcane library. Magister Aaron has warned me not to enter his library 1,000 times. But these are... Once we find the Mirrored Way in Magister Aaron's library, I can finish my counterspell. I just hope the old man wasn't serious about putting something dangerous inside to keep me out. He was definitely kidding. Had to be. Come on, let's go. Not sure. I picked the lock on the place as soon as I figured out he didn't want me getting in there. He's since put up protections and told me to stay out unless I have his permission. I'm sure he's got some kind of ward or barrier set up. It wasn't hard. Mages like Magister Aaron tend to think in very magical ways. They'll put magic reinforcements over every inch of a place, but forget a few pins and a good ear can foil them. And to be fair to him, I'm a very good lockpick. Necessity. I wasn't exactly raised in the lap of luxury, not even in the lap of genteel poverty for that matter. You get good at things like that if you don't want to be hungry, or caught by guards or angry merchants. Follow me. The library is downstairs. Give me just a moment to pick the lock. All right, let's get in and out as quick as we can. I don't sense anything. Maybe the old man was bluffing. Fish biscuits!
I warned you, Ember.
This spell is specifically targeting me. I'll figure out a way down. You just focus on getting the book.
Disturb not my rest, foul creatures.
That's it! You got it! Now, let's get out of here before I set off something else. Magister Irin really didn't want me getting in there, huh? I have to admire the dedication. I didn't know the old man had it in him. He had something to target me specifically. What a sneaky old goat. Good thing I had you with me. Let me take a look. No, not that. That would be bad. What about this? Oh, here it is. It's Amahan Istexis, not Gahan Amexis is. Good thing I checked. See? That's personal growth right there. 2 different arcane glyphs. They do entirely different things when written and pronounced aloud. The second one is what I need for my counterspell. Now, all that's left is to get to the old ritual circle and cast this. I'll need your help again. The counterspell should set everything right in Tordrayak. Things will be just as Magister Irin left them, and I won't have to face his furrowed brow. I'll need your help at the ritual site. Casting a spell this big is a 2-person job. The old ritual circle is a place of power, and I'm going to need all the help I can get. I plan to draw on the magic there to help strengthen my counterspell. Magister Irin told me about it. This probably isn't how he wanted to implement the lesson. Maybe? Old tales and myths always start from some truth at some point in time. The moats around here seem to be affected by more than my spell, is all I'm saying. I always expect the worst. If luck is with us, maybe just some irritated wildlife we can deal with as we've done before. Or some of the bolder moats. But if there is some truth to the ancient tales, then maybe we find some sort of really cranky wind spirit. The ritual circle is just up the hill. I'll meet you there. I'm here. First, we need to set the ritual flames. There's 3 around the site. Light the 3 ritual flames here. I'll get the ones on the altar.
Disturb not my rest, foul creature.
It's done! The spell is set. Follow me. We should be able to see it materialize. Any second now! We did it! Come on, let's get back to the tower.
To work under these conditions. I was turned into a Guar. A Guar!
Of course, Huldressa. I promise to address the situation.
See that you do.
Huldressa sold me out, didn't she?
Let me speak to your associate first, Ember. So, you were witness to the events here, and as I understand it, you had a hand in bringing them to an end. For that, I thank you. And if you'll indulge me, I do have a few lingering questions. What in the world happened? I don't know what I expected, leaving her to her own devices here, even temporarily. Ember and Trouble are old friends. I can still feel the repercussions of this spell gone awry, as you say. Do I have you to thank for rectifying it?
I see. As trying as she can be, she truly is a talented mage. She can be impatient, but given her natural inclination to magic, it's understandable. I always knew I was perhaps not the best teacher for her. I took her in because I knew I couldn't leave someone as skilled and impulsive as her to her own devices. But I have neither the time nor aptitude to teach her properly. It's my own failing. Speak to her, would you? I must collect my thoughts. Don't worry. Ember isn't in any trouble. While I am not pleased about my traumatized cook, I must concede that everything is back in order and the consequences of Ember's magic weren't dire. Still, I must consider what to do now. I don't mean to give the impression that Ember is incapable of learning. That's not the case. She's a bright mage, one of the brightest I've ever seen. Everything I've taught her she's taken to like flame to parchment. But therein lies the problem. Well, just like a flame, Ember wants to devour everything around her. Her appetite for knowledge is ceaseless. That's good quality in a mage, but not necessarily one I'm equipped to deal with. By my own admission, I'm methodical, cautious, by the books. Exactly right. Ember needs someone who can keep up with her, someone who thrusts themselves headlong into adventure so that she may temper herself and her magic beside them. Perhaps when I was younger, I could have been that for her, but not now.
Hey, you! Let's talk while Magister Irin collects his thoughts. I thought Magister Irin would be as mad as a wet dragon, but he looks amused. It's probably because he's wanted to turn Holdressa into a guar at some point. He just won't admit it. And the fact that we fixed it all before he got here helped. Well, I've been thinking. I'm grateful to Magister Irin, but sitting and reading about magic has little appeal to me. This whole thing just proved to me that I'm too restless here. I want to do magic, not just study it. Go on adventures, see things. I think it's time. I've been given good training here, but I still have a lot to learn. For me, the best teachers are curiosity and experience. I learn best by doing, so I need to get out in the world and continue my training. Ember the Sorcerer. I like the sound of that, but that can come later. First, take this. It's not much, but you deserve it. I think we made a good team today. If you ever need a sorcerer who has your back, let me know. We'd have some fun. Magister Irin, I'm grateful for your teachings and your patience. But I think it's time for me to move on.
The world is an excellent teacher for one of your talents, Ember. Do write me occasionally.
I should go pack my things. And say goodbye to Holdressa. Not a chance.
If Ember wishes to take up more formal training in the future, she knows where I am.
Need something? Sorcering better than ever before. Sorcering, that's a word, right? What's going on? Am I in trouble? All right. But can we do it fast? I love any excuse to sneak around, so long as I never get caught. That just ruins the fun of it. You want to talk about something? Sure, I guess. I'm learning a lot by being around you. I think Magister Irin would be proud. Hey, you.
Let's go do something exciting.
I have little time to waste.
Lucanalda! They're back. Friend, give my lovely partner the ingredients.
Oh, you're back! Were my directions helpful? Did you manage to find everything? Please say yes. I've listened to Hilgrim belch, groan, and try to convince himself he's not the one who got us into this mess for long enough, I should think. Oh, you're amazing! You really did it! Now it's up to me to recreate our masterpiece. I hope it wasn't just a fluke, mostly for Hilgrim's sake, because I'll kill him. Here, take this as a reward. You helped us more than you can know. Give me a moment to mix up just a little to test. Here, Hilgrim, give this a try. You're already drunk.
Maybe a bit more spice.
Perfect. That'll do nicely. I'd say our drink is going to be a resounding success. The gadabouts lazing about High Isle will be lining up to get a taste, and Hilgrim and I will be there to satisfy them. Once Hilgrim sleeps off this hangover, of course. Once Hilgrim gets back on his feet, we'll start making a larger batch that we can eventually sell. Then we'll take our stock to the docks, the taverns, the streets, wherever there might be thirsty, rich people looking for something delicious. Now that I'm prepared for, I'll be able to plan for it. First, there'll be no more taste testing for Hilgrim. His privileges are officially revoked. Second, I intend to hide our stock in a secure location. Third, I'll kill him if he tries it.
Have you seen the note?
Have you had the chance? Wonderful! This one is quite...
My usual...
What do you want? Have you made it?
You ever try a new
Oh, we're short, no doubt about it. How did that happen? I admit it, I didn't expect to see you again. But your three friends finally came back to pay. Unlike some people in this room, I remember to pay my debts when they're due. These three ninnies came back and paid what they owed. So here's the scepter. You should tell your friends to use more common sense in the future. Your friend Rigard happened. First, he bought the High Elf Rockmeth, thinking it was a taste of home for her. After that, he tried to get a sugary dessert for the orc and mistook a skooma dealer in the back room for one of my staff. The skooma dealer gave Rigard something for his friend the orc, all right. Rigard decided that settled the bill. He came back and told the others he'd taken care of it. They were both far too drunk to sort it out. Ninnies, all of them.
They fell in line from far and wide.
My bestest friend. Thanks to your help, I can commit diplomacy again. Everyone here will know that they have been diplomatized by Rigord the Brush. But I still have no idea how things got so out of hand. Everyone was so upset. Diplomacy is hard work. I bought special drinks for Tanilin, but they made her sick. I ordered dessert for Olganash and tried to pay for dinner. Olganash got arrested and the innkeeper kept... I don't know what high elves like to drink. And I'm not sure why that man gave me a bag of skooma when I wanted something for my friend Olganash. Thank you, friend. I am official large delegate again. Just think of the great diplomatic triumphs that are sure to come because you helped me. I do not have another diplomatic
you really
success.
keep the girl on her toes. You're getting
Thank
stronger
you, friend,
all the time.
for an unforgettable night.
It was certainly a, well, unique experience.
Agreed. It was unique. Let's all agree to never speak of it again.
I appreciate your help, and I hope you have the tact to never speak of what happened last night. The Dominion frankly expects more of its diplomats than carrying on like common drunkards. Now, I need to go lie down. Look, it's embarrassing enough without you rubbing it in. We drank far too much. Rigard bought me rotmeth thinking it was a taste of home and not some nasty wood elf swill, and I downed it without even looking to see what it was. Because Rigard kept buying them. It's the first rule of diplomacy. Don't embarrass your host by refusing what they give you. But the second rule is don't make your guest drink like a wood elf pirate. Evidently, Rigard didn't know that.
Thank you for helping Rigard to sort out this mess he made. The sooner we can all forget about last night's misadventures, the better. I really don't want any of my colleagues to find out I got arrested. I didn't even want dessert. We'd been eating and drinking all night. And since we'd been talking about cakes earlier in the evening, Rigert must have thought I had a sweet tooth. I was even more surprised than the guard when he found the skooma. It wasn't my finest hour. I may have relieved myself against a building along the way. And when the guard spoke sharply to me about that, I argued back at him. You know the rest of the tale.
Yeah! Ha ha!
A confident maid went upon the lea, to her sunny flower stood. For she loved the sun and she loved the cream, and she danced merrily beside the wood. She danced beside the wood. The lad she loved went down to the shore, a sailing man for to be. For he loved the wind and he loved the spray, and he roamed upon the roiling sea. He roamed upon the sea. Oh, how long she waits upon the strand. Oh, how long today, oh, how long he's hoped to claim her hand. Oh, how long she waits on. And hard it was that they never met, until he came home to stay. He built their house between hills and sea. He built it along Dunfermline Bay, along Dunfermline Bay. Oh, how long she waits upon the strand. Oh, how long today, oh, how long he's hoped to claim her hand. Oh, how long she waits on.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend. Mordra can answer that better, and probably...
Oh, sailors. Leave nothing but salt and sleep in their wake.
Well met. delightful folly is this? The Keepers have enlisted an outsider to face me? You fools have fallen so low! There are easier ways to prove your bravery, mortal. Turn back, or you'll share the Keeper's fate.
I see her. Let's hope she lives. We'll need her before the day is done.
She's going to be fine with a little restoration magic. We should be considering how to handle the High Kinlord.
Even if we defeat him, how do we contain him? He's already escaped once. If we could control Daedric magic, perhaps this wouldn't have happened. What do you think, Sirion? Fight fire with fire?
Stay your tongue, Veranil! You insult your lineage by even thinking it. Does the High Kinlord's fate appeal to you so? We go with my plan and divide his essence among us. He can't escape his prison if he's not whole. We're fortunate enough.
I don't know how I'm going to enjoy this. It's the outsiders. So the Keepers are afraid to face me. Very well, you'll die in their stead. think you've beaten me? How amusing. Haven't you noticed that the pact I've made protects me from death?
Ignore his words, Keepers. Begin the separation.
I'm not confident this will work, Sirion.
What kind of trouble are we getting into?
What are you lot doing? Oh, I do so love to see magic. Is that what this is? This isn't as grand as the spells I learned from the Daedra, but I don't expect much from mortal Orc. Remember, children, you'll never keep me here of your own accord, not when the Daedra fight for me. Perhaps you'd fare better if you had Daedra on your side.
His madness nears delirium. Ignore him, Keepers. Bind the High Kinlord.
By the light Empyrean, the keepers of the banished cells hereby condemn Resist the 12th to imprisonment unending.
Oh my, it looks like you've won. Old Relissa's days of freedom are over, it seems.
I thought you said this bastard wouldn't be able to speak.
He shouldn't be able to achieve coherent thought. The prison's not... I'll make sure. You have been a boon.
Whether you're chasing...
We set sail without no. So we sing and we drink and we chant, explore.
The Mount is never unlucky.
You look strong and brave. There's a hat. Well, you look ready.
Welcome and... Oh, yes. Be careful out there.
You get good luck out there.
I'll be at this a while. What do you want?
Wait, who's that? Did the Fighters Guild sing?
Into my web. More
Dead fools. And me, nearly one of them. They mean to take her from us. Stop them!
Now that you've given... Now that you...
What kind of trouble we getting into?